Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses. And if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. Now, I'm in this amazing place. It's by the Ramon crater. It's the largest erosion crater in the world in Israel. It's amazing in the south. And I'm going to do a walk around because the place is really nice. I want to show it to you. So I got a question about how to make offers. Now, one of my most popular videos on the channel is how to make offers in New York. So my first reaction was just send the link to the video, because I do that. But then I realized I made that video a long time ago. So I want to show you these, they got these like mountain goats just walking around, these wild mountain goats walking around here. The guy goes, yeah, these are like our squirrels. I'm going to show you one at the pool. They're just hanging out, walking around. So I thought about just sending the video, but then I said, oh, look, there's a goat right here. So I mean, I can go over it now. No, it really hasn't changed. My rules about making offers are similar, but the way to make offers is to follow the steps that I give in this channel all the time. So I'm already getting past marketing, right? And I'm already getting past you made an appointment, and I've already getting past you went on the appointment, and now you have this option. You have this, I would say, requirement to make an offer, right? Every appointment you go in, you make an offer. Even if the guy says he wants 10. Sorry, loud music. Here, look, more of these goats. They're just hanging out in the sun. So it's really a requirement to make an offer. It's not an easy thing to do when you start, right? Because if somebody says, hey, I want $10 million for the house, and you know you can give them $100,000 for it, you're inclined to not give them an offer. Oh, this isn't a deal, forget it, I'm not going to make him an offer. And I think that's a huge mistake. I think you need to make an offer every time. So how do you make offers? So I follow a simple formula, and you have to get good. The skill that you really need to make offers is learning how to come up with values, right? So how to come up with a value of what the property is worth, right? I'm good at that because I did it a billion times. You have to get better at it. It's very important. And you have to come up with a value. So let's say I go see a house, and I say that the after repaired value, the ARV, if this thing is completely done, is going to be $500,000. So there's a few formulas that I use for it. Okay, so number one formula is I want to buy it at approximately 70% of ARV. So in this case of $500,000, I want to buy it at $350,000 minus whatever repairs it'll take to get it to ARV value. So let's say I think it needs $50,000 to get it there, then I need to make an offer of around $300,000 around. And I want to if I'm going to wholesale it, I'm going to wholesale it around 80% of ARV. So in that case, it's $400,000 minus repairs. So hopefully I can get it around 300 and wholesale it for around 350. Now there are other possibilities. So let's say the property is in okay shape, and I look at it and I say, you know what, as is, I can sell it for $450. Maybe I'll offer, $360 for it, which is more than I could have offered the other way. But every situation is different. And the truth is, that's a whole nother video. I've done many of them of how to calculate what your offer number is. But how do you make the offer? So a couple of things you need to know. So I usually don't make the offer at the appointment. Obviously, in other states they do, and I understand the value of it. I usually don't, but I'll make the offer within a day, and I will call the client first, and the seller, and I will say, listen, I have a number for you, and I will usually say something along the lines of, listen, you're not going to like the number, right? You're going to hate it, and I don't even know if I should give it to you. Oh, I got a really long horn one there. There, look, there's more of these ibex all over the place. It's pretty cool. So I will usually say something, and it's the truth, right? You're going to give them an offer that's going to be below what they want 9 out of 10 times. So the idea, you're not being deceitful with them. You're telling them, listen, you're going to hate this offer. Sometimes I say, I don't even know if I should give it to you. I basically make them beg me for the offer, and then I say I can pay $351,942. I always come up with an odd number because I want them to believe that I've really figured out the most money I can give them, that they're not leaving any money on the table. And then I always I get an email address from them if they have an email address, and I always send them an email with the numbers after, always. If they don't have an email address, some older people don't, then I'll send it to them via regular U.S. Postal Service, but I will always send them something that they have, that they can hold. And that's the offer. And then I listen to how they react, right? Sometimes they're like, that's crazy, it's not even close. At that point, I'll usually make them give me a counter offer if they haven't. So sometimes they told you, listen, I want $500,000 and you're still making an offer for $350,000, then you got to say, okay, it doesn't work. And make the offer and move on. You have to understand that it takes a lot of offer making to get a deal. There's no easy way around it. You're going to have to spend the time to do that, and you're going to have to completely accept the fact that this is a process where you're going to have to make offers. A lot of the offers are not going to be taken. Most of your offers are going to be below what they want. We have to buy properties at a discount to make a profit, and that's it. There's no other way around it. The idea that somehow you can pay what a seller wants and get deals done is a very rare occurrence. So your offer has to be, your offer is almost always going to be something. Look at this guy, wow. That is some long horns, jeez Louise. So your offer is almost always going to be something that is less than what the seller wants. But you have to make the offer anyway. And I know that this is probably one of the biggest mistakes newbies make, is that they don't make offers on deals where they go and the guy says he wants $500 and they know they can only pay $350 and they just say, forget it, it's not a deal. Huge mistake. Always make an offer. Always. You want to make that offer because you're never going to buy the house if you don't make the offer, number one. Number two, sellers lie all the time. Right? They put out numbers that make no sense. And you may be the highest offer, right? He may call two other investors and they offer him $300 and $310. So you may be the only person that gives an offer. And sellers do call back and say, hey, is that offer still good? That happens all the time. So you do not want to be that guy that spent all this money on marketing and all this time to get in front of the seller and then never made an offer, and somebody else who did make an offer gets the deal. You don't want to be that guy. So you got to make offers. And I basically gave you the formula to make offers, which is, do the numbers. You have to buy properties at a number you can make money on. You do not have to do you should not be buying properties at a number that sellers want. Okay, that's a big difference, and I think that's a key factor here. The seller can tell you whatever they want. You have to almost block out what the seller says you almost have to block out what the seller says so that you can get a clear head, right? Very often a seller gives me a number and I sort of find my offer sort of veering towards that number. Well, I know one's $400 and I want to give $350, maybe I'll offer him $370. I make that mistake sometimes. I almost sometimes wish that the seller wouldn't give me a number. But very often, obviously, if a seller doesn't give you a number, you give a number, and then the seller goes, well, we're way off. And at that point, once you make the offer, that's when you can really demand, make me a counter offer. Oh, we're too far apart. Well, say, listen, I gave you a number, right? You asked me for a number, I gave you a number. Now it's time for you to give me your number. How much do you want? So, I think it's crucial for you to make offers, and that's the way you do it. And it's not easy in the beginning because the way I told you is really the truth, right? You're afraid you're going to insult them. You're afraid they're going to be angry, so you make them beg you for the offer, right? You say to them, listen, I think you're going to hate it. I think you're going to hate me, And then they go, no, just tell it to me, right? You say, listen, I don't know. I feel terrible. The more you do that, the more you make them beg you for it, the more it doesn't mean you're going to get the deal. It doesn't increase your chance of getting the deal one bit. What it increases the chance is that it's not a difficult, confrontational conversation. Because even if you give them a number that's hundreds of thousands of dollars less than they want, and they begged you for it twice, they go, yeah, you're right, it's not a good number. But that's it. That's much better than screaming. I used to just make offers. I'll pay you $400,000 for it. And they go, fuck you. I told you I wanted that says not a penny less than $600,000. Why'd you waste my time? I can't believe it. Like, that's bad, right? I hated that. So to avoid that, you need to go through the motions that I just told you, which may seem like posturing, but it's the truth. It's the truth of how you feel, right? You don't want to piss people off, and you want them to beg you for the offer, and then you give them the offer, and if it's not what they want, they say okay. So that's how you make offers. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways that can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com or learntoflipandwholesale.com. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help the algorithm and more people get to see my videos. Please keep the comments coming. Your comment could be about anything. It does not have to be about the video you're watching. It could be about anything. Any questions are welcomed. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've covered recently, I'll send you a link to a video. If it's something I haven't covered in a while, like today, then I will do a brand new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching.